Hey everybody, it's Chris Eads, known online as Wootini, here with another Gay Gamer video podcast. Starting with a quick movie review as usual, now, because I go back to the movies now. I went to see Lightyear, the new Disney Pixar film. And it was available in IMAX or 3D, not IMAX 3D, so I opted for 3D. And I'm glad I did, because the 3D was actually really good. There's a lot of shots that are clearly meant to be seen in 3D. You know, guns and stuff, ships coming out of the screen and stuff, so the 3D was really great. The movie itself, it was good, it was fine. I appreciated that they did kind of like it's a very straightforward, like, science fiction action-adventure movie, but obviously, you know, still for kids. But there's a whole time travel element that gets weird and creates a lot of emotion and drama. So it is a little more grown-up, but not too grown-up. There's a cute little robot cat called Socks, which is just merchandise waiting to happen. But the thing is that I feel like a sci-fi action-adventure movie shouldn't have been so sluggish and long. Like, it's an hour and 45 minutes, but it feels longer than that. I just felt like every so often you're just like, okay, could we move this along? Can we just pick up the pace a little? And I just feel like a little judicious editing at the storyboard phase could have tightened this whole story up a little bit, and it would have been a much more entertaining movie if it had been about 15 minutes shorter. But, I mean, it's still good. It's not like I feel like I wasted my time. I would say that you can certainly wait for it to show up on Disney Plus in a few months, which it clearly will. However, if you do enjoy 3D, I would recommend seeing it in the theater in 3D, because the 3D is terrific. If you don't care about 3D, you can wait for Disney Plus and watch it on your TV. Not that big a deal. Sure, a bigger screen would be more impressive, but it's the 3D that really was a lot of fun. As for games, I did finally finish Shenmue 2. Yay, me! After all these years, starting it on the Dreamcast, I finished it on the PS4. Go figure. But yeah, that epilogue just turned out to be, like, stupid long and annoying, so, yeah. I thought it was going to just be a quick epilogue, but it turned out to be, like, another section of the game, but, like, wandering through the woods and doing all that nonsense, I was just like, this is annoying, and I don't, like, it just feels like padding, you know, because nothing was happening, like, this whole time. And then you get to the very end, and then finally there's, like, some story stuff that actually matters that happens, and then it's done because it's just set up for the third game. And I'm like, oof. And if I had played this back on my Dreamcast, I would have been cheesed off that, like, there was no third game for, like, decades, you know? But I'm very proud of myself for finally finishing it, and now I can move on. They did make the third game. I don't know what it's going to be like, because it's all, you know, modern technology, but still using the old gameplay, but I actually looked to see what they were getting for it, and Shenmue 3 was selling in the PlayStation Store for $30. Except, there's the Shenmue 3, like, Deluxe Digital Edition or whatever, that contains all the DLC and some extras, and that was on sale for $4, and I was just like, okay. Because I was already going to buy Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, because that was $10, as I mentioned last episode. I was going to snatch that up for $10 and play that later. And I figured, let me get Shenmue 3 for $4 while I'm at it. So those are my next games later. Because right now, as I mentioned in the last episode, weeks ago I purchased Pokemon Legends Arceus. And I wanted to play it. But I couldn't play it until I finished Shenmue 2, because I knew I'd never go back to Shenmue 2 if I got involved in Pokemon. So, right now, I am playing Pokemon, then I'll play Star Wars, then I'll play Shenmue 3, unless something else comes along in the meantime. So I am excited to admit that I'm enjoying this Pokemon game. It is not like the other Pokemon games, and this is exactly what I wanted. Like, first off, it's not a top-down perspective, it's a third-person perspective, so you're in the game, you're in the world, you're exploring it. It's not exactly open world, there's areas that you go to, but within each area you can go wherever and explore and stuff. But, like, it's just so much more immersive from that perspective, and you feel like you're in there, and it's just really great. And, you know, the graphics are cartoony, but that's fine, it's Pokemon, and it's what the Switch can handle. And I like that it's not just going from town to town, battling Pokemon on your way, and collecting and battling Pokemon, and then fighting gym leaders to collect gym badges to become the Pokemon Master again. Like, that's not the plot. Here, you are tasked with creating the first Pokedex. So, you go around and you have to battle and capture Pokemon, yes, but it's to create a Pokedex. You're not battling gym leaders and stuff. So, it's a different kind of experience, and I appreciate that they changed it up finally. So, and I like to finish a Pokedex entry. You have to do like you have to catch them, you have to battle them, you have to defeat them, you have to like see them do specific moves. You evolve them, like catch a heavy one, like whatever. There's a bunch of different options on your Pokedex entry list, but thankfully you don't have to like do all of them, because that would have been kind of annoying. You can kind of just game the system, and if you just capture and defeat enough of them, you'll finish the entry anyway. You don't have to do the other stuff. You can if you want, but it's not required, which I appreciate, because I don't have that kind of patience to do those specific things and seek out a heavy Pokemon of that type. It's like, how do you know until after you've caught it, and then it's like annoying if you didn't. But you go around and you can either avoid the Pokemon, you can just try to catch it, or you can battle it and then either defeat it or catch it if it gets down enough. So it's nice. And there's also like all these side quests that people will request. They'll be like, hey, can you show me a completed entry for Starly in the Pokedex? Or can you help me like catch these 3 Bidoofs that wandered into the village? You know, can you find me this mushroom, or craft me this thing, you know, that sort of thing. So that helps create a little more variety to the gameplay and keeps things interesting. And then in addition to making the first Pokédex, there's also like the Pokemon gods or lords or whatever, the lords of the woods or whatever. Like, there's these godlike Pokemon that people take care of, and they're going crazy. So you have to like calm them and help them. So that's really, you know, that's the real main quest. And you'll create your Pokédex as you go along. But it was fun because there was a boss battle where you basically are like, oh, okay, and you just have to avoid his attacks by dodging, and you're throwing like bombs at him to calm him down, and occasionally he'll like stun himself, and then you can battle with Pokemon, and then if you can knock him down even more, then with your Pokemon, then your bombs will do a little extra calming. So it was just, that was a different kind of thing, because you're still battling with the Pokemon occasionally, but then, you know, it's more of an action game kind of thing going on there. So that was different. So I have to say, I am kind of enjoying it right now, because it is not the traditional Pokemon game, and that's great. That's exactly what I wanted from this. It's what I was hoping it was going to be, so I'm excited that it is. And you can just come back next episode and see if I still like it, or if it has become repetitive and traditional Pokemon and I'm getting bored. Who knows? You'll have to come back and find out. Bye!